everyone. It's Bonnie here. I am based in Montreal, Canada. So I work as a VC investor at BCF Ventures, and we're a corporate VC fund. So we invest in anything of B2B SaaS AI companies at the seed stage. Prior to VC, I also was on the operating side working for a fintech, also based in Montreal. So that's just a brief overview. So good luck to you all, and looking forward to your pitch.
Great, thank you, Bonnie. Laura?
Hi there, everyone. I'm Laura Peachy. I work for a law firm in the UK called MBM Commercial, and we specialise in working with companies looking for investment, and also to support investors making investments in those high growth companies. So I've been doing this for about the last 10 years now. It's an absolutely fantastic end of the market to work, to see companies right from incorporation all the way through their growth journey, and we support companies all along those stages, hopefully to a fantastic exit at the end. So it's great to see all the fantastic things that our clients are doing, and I'm really looking forward to hearing your pitches today. Thank you.
Awesome, thank you. Alex?
Yeah, hi. Thanks for having me. I'm really happy to join you from my currently sunny home here in Munich. I'm from Dennemeyer Consulting. It's the consulting subsidiary of Dennemeyer, which is one of the largest intellectual property service providers worldwide. And before I started at Dennemeyer 2 years ago, I spent 10 years chasing product pirates and counterfeiters, mostly in China, for a German brand protection consultancy. And having done that for such a long time, I then decided to focus more on the creative and fun parts of intellectual property work. And yeah, that's exactly what I do now at Dennemeyer Consulting. So my day job is, so to say, developing IP strategies for startups and scale-ups, with evaluating IP portfolios of all sizes. And I also support investors and joint venture partners with IP due diligence and risk analysis. And I'm really looking forward to this pitch contest today. I'm really looking forward to all the ideas, and I wish all the participants good luck.
My name is Usman Yassin, and my inspiration for Sonic Pocket came from my 4 adorable nieces, where one of them wanted to purchase a product online. So I investigated e-commerce stores online. I thought, hey, look, they're all designed for adults to use, where kids are the ones that are buying the products, or the parents are buying it for the children. I was really apprehensive giving my credit card details to my niece. And then I looked at one of my other nieces who was really struggling with mental arithmetic, and I thought a lot of the educational platforms online are designed pretty mundane. It's not really exciting. There's no output there for children, and they're all kind of the same. So what we do at Sonic Pocket is we try and teach children the value of money. We say, look, tidy your bedroom, do your homework, complete all the things, earn your pocket money. And like I said, the learning element comes in as we have our educational platform on Sonic Pocket, where children can learn mental arithmetic. They can challenge other children on Sonic Pocket as well, and saving. When we are at school, we're taught just to save up our pocket money and don't spend it or save it up for a rainy day. What we do at Sonic Pocket is we say to children, save it up as a goal. So say I want to save up for a mountain bike over 10 weeks progressively and achieve that goal. And the whole safe environment created for children to spend their pocket money on as well. So this is how Sonic Pocket looks. Parents set up a mission. They set that up saying walk the dog. It's £5 there. The child receives a notification. They have to unlock it. Once the guardian's verified the mission has been complete, the child then has a decision to make. They can put it in different savings wallets. They can put it towards saving up for a Batman character, and they type of things as well. But what we try and do is we have a thing called an educational checkout. The child then will see that in their wallet they've got £20 and they're purchasing a product for £5. They will realise the impact of it, what's going to happen on their impact on their wallet as they go further forward as well. And the guardian can get stats as well. They can understand all the goals that the child's achieved and set up like savings goals and things like that as well going further forward. So I'll show you the next part here. So the market here, and in fintech for kids. Step has raised over £100 million in the US. GoHenry, you guys will probably know about as well, in the UK, are doing really, really well, especially over the COVID period where education has now came back home and a lot of retail stores have closed down. We find that the interest in Sonic Pocket has increased dramatically. So we're concentrating currently on the UK market, but we have got aspirations to go on to Europe and in the US and the rest of the world. Currently, we're averaging £52 commission on each child on the platform, going further forward, and that is based on 10% of the UK market. How do we make money? Every time the child on our store purchases a product, we make money from that part of it there. So it's a 15% revenue that we get from Lego, Hasbro and Mattel on Sonic Pocket. So there's loads of pocket money apps out there just now. What makes us different? We focus on the 5 to 12 before they can receive a credit card or a debit card. Everything is done exclusively on our platform. So the educational content, the purchasing of products, creating the savings goals, the educational checkout as well. It's all basically done there. And we're kind of the early stage learning for pocket money for children. So we're currently FCA approved, which was a really big challenge. We got all of that done. We've got 1,000 active users on the platform. We've raised over £500,000, and we're currently speaking to some Middle Eastern banks as well that are very interested in the product, and we'll let you know how we get on with that further forward. Media attention. So I've met the First Minister in Scotland, which was great. I'm part of our programme as well, the Royal Society of Edinburgh Unlock Ambition programme. We've been featured on the BBC, talking about Clever About Cash and things like that as well. We've won several other awards as well going further forward. Yeah, so don't be a rocket and vote for Sonic Pocket when it gets the chance for it. Yeah, thank you very much for the opportunity.
Awesome, thank you. I think that's a very good topic, bringing financial education to children at an early age. I think that's actually highly missing, especially in a German education system. I don't know how it is around the other world, but
we've had a lot of interest, Ray, from actually German banks as well. So for this type of product, we're going to be looking to explore that. We know that in Germany, a lot of parents actually value pocket money in Germany out of most of Europe. They like giving the children certain tasks. So we'll be looking to explore Germany very soon.
That's cool. Awesome. Also well in time, so I'll open the floor for the jury for any questions.
Yeah, I can start. Thank you for the presentation. I think it's always a good thing to learn about financial literacy at a young age. So I think my question for you is, what is your go-to-market strategy?
Our go-to-market strategy would be partnering up with education departments, things like Money Sense in the UK, partner up with them and basically promoting it through schools, etc. like that as well. And using things like international money bloggers. We've got a lot of them actually tied up to our product, and what they'll be doing is promoting it through there. That's going to be our target market, and doing white label versions for banks.
Okay, and then I can have a follow-up question to that. So you say you're targeting like a few of these, organizations. Like, how long does it take you to close that sort of partnership?
The partnership, we've been ongoing for the last 18 months with Money Sense in the UK, plus we're speaking to a bank over in Saudi Arabia just now as well. Alim Bank, we're speaking to them just now to do a white label version, and that's been ongoing for the last 8 months. It should take another 4 or 5 months to get the legal stuff done. But we currently have a live version in the UK just now of Sonic Pocket, and we're gaining traction from there, learning about the users and iterating our product as we go further forward.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thanks.
Hi there. I have a question as well, if that's okay. I think you said on maybe one of your previous slides that you have 1,000 active users so far. Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So how have you been finding, how's your cost per acquisition? And what else are you going to be doing going forward to get more active users, but will you be able to bring that cost per acquisition down? I know that can be a challenge.
So right now, the users that we've got have been organic. We have been promoting this a lot through our bloggers. Going forward, it's going to be costing us £10 at the initial stage to our cost per acquisition per user. But as we go around and our product gets a little bit more aware, that cost per acquisition will come down as we go along. So £10 right now is going to be the cost right now per user going forward.
Okay, okay, good. And just because we are in the same jurisdiction, I'll make a wee suggestion if I may, and it maybe already be on your radar, but I'm actually a member of some Facebook groups, you know, for parents. Edinburgh Gossip Girls is a good one. I'm sure there's an equivalent in Glasgow. There are an awful lot of parents on those forums asking for advice about how to help their children manage their money. And I see that GoHenry is something that's recommended an awful lot. And perhaps if you want to get yourself out on something like that, I could really see I can really see people being attracted to Sonic Pocket for a number of reasons. I think this has real potential.
Yeah, I mean, we could grow this out a lot quicker. Right now, we are looking to raise a little bit more funding. We want to make a bit of noise when we've got all of that stuff done. But we've got 1,000 users. We're making revenue from that. It's not a lot, to be honest with you, but it's enough. And looking into the groups is something that we've always wanted to do. Once we get a little bit more of a funding in the company, we will definitely look at doing that. And I think that's a great idea to do going forward.
Sure. Well, good luck. I'll be watching you.
No problem. Thanks a lot.
Yep, great idea. I also have a 10-year-old nephew, and he still heavily relies on his piggy bank. I don't know if he still got that, but he would also be probably very interested in your concept. Yeah, well, I'm the IP guy, so my question is, what do you do to defend your business model? How do you plan to protect against imitators?
Yeah, brilliant question. It's something that I've had a lot of sleepless nights over, to be honest. We have spoke to very well-known IP attorneys over in New York and in London as well. I think it's more about the brand and the awareness and the traction that we can really do. I mean, a tech product, what we've got is really difficult. We can copyright the little character, the Sonic Pocket, we can do all of that stuff. There is some elements of the educational checkout that I think I kind of vaguely showed earlier on. That can have a little bit of IP protection on that part there. But as a whole, it's really difficult. It's about really getting that awareness, making sure your mission statement's out there. You really make people understand why you're doing what you're doing and your story. I think that's the only thing that we can currently do. I'm not sure if that's the answer that you're looking for, but I'd be lying to say to you that this is going to be a really simple product to protect.
I would have one last question, and that would probably be the last, so we'll move on. It's more from a technical side. So I understood that you have like an embedded shop in your app. How do you how do you integrate it with the different products that are available to show like to the children? Is it like a customized API per partner, or do you have a standardized API for them all?
So we have an API connection to all the retailers that we've got: Hasbro, Mattel, and Lego. So they do drop shipping directly from the manufacturer. They were always looking for an avenue to sell directly to their consumer as well. So this is why this product's been very interesting for them. It takes away things like Toys R Us and lets them do that. So for a technical side, we have an API that we've embedded individually for each one of the partners. So what we've done is just had 3 partners because they have 70% of the world's toys. So rather than having small independent retailers, we just went to all the big ones because it just makes more sense. Plus, we can get a little bit more commission from it as well.
Awesome. Thank you. All right. Any other questions from the jury? No, right? Okay. We'll move on then. So who would like to go next? Any volunteers?
Shall I stop sharing? Yeah. Great.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. Thank you.
I can go next.
Okay. Awesome.
My name is Balendran, and I am the founder and CEO of GetMe, a AI technology company for communication and personal skills development. The problem GetMe solves is so close to my heart because I came to Australia as a refugee from Sri Lanka 18 years ago without the language or communication skills or the cultural understanding of Australia to succeed in this country. It took me 18 years to learn the basics of communication and the cultural understanding before I could go to uni and finish my computer science degree. 18 years on, the problem is still here. The technology has evolved, but communication, coaching, and personal skills development is still expensive. coaches would charge you in excess of $250 per hour to work with them. That is simply not affordable for a lot of us. Options, whether they're online or offline, things like YouTube videos and ebooks and things like that, they're inefficient, generic, vague, and ineffective. Today, we don't have a truly convenient and accurate and objective alternative available. Companies don't have a holistic product to develop their people's soft skills. So what is the solution? Welcome to the world's first AI-powered communication and personal development coach. The product is a mobile app for the iOS and Android platforms. And on the back end, we have a large group of expert human coaches producing content and other content to, videos and other content to teach people the concept and ideas, and the AI teaches people skills. The product really measures and metricizes, analyzes, and increases the social awareness and emotional skills of the users, both individuals and teams. There's a patent pending that's gone to PCT, international PCT stage, that covers how the AI works, machine learning and deep learning models and all of the processes and algorithms work together to build a picture of who the customer is as a communicator. The overarching framework is proprietary. We call it PSIM. That's got 19 rules across all aspects of communication to really metricize and measure the skill level. Therefore, it's able to pinpoint where the gaps are and coach and guide the user into a better communicator. So how does the product work? Once the app is installed on the mobile device, users have access to features like phone calls and text messages and interact with the AI through freestyle speech, etc. And then the machine learning and deep learning models and the algorithms and the 19 rules, including the rules that we build on natural language processing, comes into play to really understand where the customer needs help. So things like where the customer is a positive communicator or a negative communicator, using pure natural language processing to understand words and sentences, to energy levels, to sentiments, so the customer can improve the way they're being perceived by the other communicator. The GetMe operates in a rapidly growing market. The market is growing at 6% per annum. The total addressable market will be at 56 billion by 2027. So it's a really big market that we're going into, and 13.4 billion at the moment. The TAM is. We're looking at $74 million in the next 2 to 3 years through our channel partnership in Bangladesh. It's a large contract that will bring up to 500,000 subscriptions, and we're looking at about 2,000 medium to large enterprises. Our competitors look at communication skills development very narrowly, whether it's pronunciation or vocabulary or public speaking. We are the first to go to the market with the product that looks at communication development end to end. So the features that we built are catered towards making it a truly brilliant personal development coach. 2 revenue streams. On the B2B side, the companies would pay a custom licensing fee, an upfront fee for the 12 months, and then a discounted subscription fee for their staff. And then on the B2C side, we're getting customers from App Store and the Google Play Store directly through a subscription model. That's how the pricing looks. The enterprises pay upfront bulk payment to access the content, premium content, plus upgrades and support. Our go-to-market strategy is very similar to other products that are sort of based on mobile apps. So we've got digital marketing, content marketing, and other initiatives. Since last year,
come to an end after this slide.
Yeah, since last year, we've continued to build momentum through beta customers and MOU and pilot agreement. We've got 1,500 students using the product now since we launched it last week. There's a patent, and we raised angel round last year, and then a crowdfunding round just completed. Really experienced team of former CEOs of multinational companies and academic and people with previous exits who helped me along the way. Thank you very much for listening to my pitch. Come and help me and my team create a meaningful impact at scale.
Awesome. Thank you. Any questions from the jury?
Who are the coaches, and what is your relationship to the coaches? Are they freelancers?
Really, really good question. So we've got a community called Melbourne Communication and Personal Development. The coaches are coming through that community. They do produce the content for free, so we don't pay them anything, but they get paid every time their videos get watched by our customers. So it's similar to a YouTube pricing model.
Thank you.
50 coaches who have come on board so far.
Okay, cool. Thank you for the presentation. I'll go next. Maybe like also follow up to that question that Alex had asked. So these human coaches coming to produce content, like who is filtering sort of the content that's coming in?
Yeah, really good question. So that's our head of research who's in charge of quality control. And we also have a lead coach who acts as a gatekeeper. So we're looking at quality of the content and the presentation and, including the production of the video, etc., to make sure that we are presenting our videos professionally. That's an important part of, the quality check. So we don't let anything onto the platform without those checks.
Okay, cool. And then my next question is more about your go-to-market strategy. So you're targeting both B2B and B2C. People tend to stick with one, I would say, because, you put a lot of resources in each one of the channels. So I kind of want to hear about why is this a strategy you went through, and, what are you learning? Like, which one out of the two gives you the most success?
Yeah, really good. I think for app-based products, the B2C channel is going to take a long time, and there's a need for us to spend a lot of money to generate the brand awareness and start selling to a level where the revenue matches our spend. We see the channel, channels like Bangladesh, where we are actually giving a countrywide license, and partnerships with academic institutions like Deakin University as the most viable sort of channels to grow the platform quickly, while B2C would organically grow, but our focus is on B2B. B2C would grow organically.
Okay, thank you.
Laura, any question from your end?
Yeah, I had a look at your pitch deck a little bit earlier, and I saw that you've started your beta testing. So how's that going? What's feedback been so far?
Really good. So we had 25 beta customers since the beginning of last year who actually helped with the scoping of the features and design and testing. Now we have launched the largest pilot program in Australia with 1,500 students from Education Centre of Australia. It's the largest independent education service provider. That's gone really well. Certain features are working really nicely, pronunciation to improve clarity and enunciation, etc. That's really helping students in the classroom. And they're also understanding how they're coming across in their conversations with others. So they're making phone calls and understanding how they're sounding and how they're being perceived. So certain features are working well, but in the next few months, we would quickly iterate on the things that are not working and make sure we cull the features that are not useful. So typical sort of fast iterations to improve the product.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so the crowdfunding campaign that ended just then brought in close to 170 mom and dad investors. They all connected with the idea, and we're looking forward to engaging them in the future as well to improve the product.
Great. Thank you, Baladran.
Thank you so much.
So Juan, you'll be the next.
Well, first of all, thanks for being here. My name is Juan Antonio, as I said before, and I'm going to talk to you about an industry that everyone's talking about. And now I'm going to talk to you about esports. As you know, esports are blooming. And when we talk about esports, we have to talk about more than 100 million people that play League of Legends every day. Imagine that number. That's like Spain's population 2 times. People and gamers that enter every game with one purpose only, winning it, and with a handicap. They have not a professional accompaniment that makes them improve and helps them winning it. That's why we have designed a platform based on big data and machine learning that detects their errors and makes for them custom training routines to make them better. And you may be wondering, how will you do that? Well, we have designed an all-in-one platform for coaches and players, where they can manage their training metrics and in an automated way. So in that way, we are building the first gamer coaching ecosystem in the world, where we are learning from the best to share it with the rest, as you can see in the slide. Gamers can access to Kaiko in 2 different ways. A free plan, where they can test our platform and see if it helps them improve, and 2 paid plans, where the more you pay, the more you get from our artificial intelligence. To build this couldn't be possible without an experienced team. That's why we have designed one with experts in marketing, technology, and obviously, esports. Kaiko was born in September 2020. In December, we raised our pre-seed round with 150,000 euros. In March of 2021, we launched our closed beta. And today, we can proudly say that we have more than 1,600 daily active users, more than 20,000 registered users. The number has increased in the last 2 weeks, and more than 200 paying users. When we talk about competitors, we know them, but we also know what makes us different from them. As a fact, we are the only startup that is competing in this market from Europe. And in terms of billing, we expect finishing this year with about 20,000 euros billed, and finishing 2023 with more than 4 million euros billed. That will be possible because of our high scalability, because Kaiko is not a platform just for League of Legends. We have developed a technology that is able to jump to every competitive video game, such as Valorant or Counter-Strike Global Offensive, for example. And we are prepared to jump to every country in the world with our multi-language possibility. So if you want to be a pioneer in the esports industry, you have to join Kaiko. And I will use the 2 minutes I have to share with you the platform we have developed, and I'm going to share with you another screen. So now you should be seeing my screen. It's okay with Kaiko, a dashboard? Well, you are seeing the dashboard. When a coach enters Kaiko, he can see all the data of their players, the events that are upcoming. For example, tomorrow we will have a qualifier for the Worlds. You can see a summary of the data, and you can go to a team tracker where we are managing all the data of the players. For example, you have here your 5 players, and you can see all the game's history with all the data detailed. For example, the builds in the game, the analysis of the match with comparatives, or for example, the history that is charging. Here you have with all the events in the map. And also you can go to our tasker, which is an engine we have developed, and it's unique in the world, where you can send a task as in Trello or in Atlassian to your gamers, and they are synchronized with the game every time. So imagine it, but with an artificial intelligence. I can't demonstrate it to you right now because we should play a game with errors to get a task from our artificial intelligence. But if you go here, you can see the categories and you can create a task for your players and you can manage them. So that's Kaiko, and thanks for hearing me.
Awesome, really exciting area you're in. I think that's a pretty good. Maybe I should use it as well to get better in my own esports.
Yeah.
Lose. So yeah, any questions from the jury?
Yeah, I can start. Super interesting. Thank you for the presentation. I've been looking into esports as well lately, and I know how huge the market could be. So this is so interesting to look at. My question for you is, if I understand correctly, there are these coaches, right, that are helping the players, get better. So are these coaches like paid employees? How does it work, the relationship with the coaches?
We have two branches. A branch for coaches where they just sign up in the platform and they use it for the players. It's free for them because we are taking their data to feed our artificial intelligence, and a branch for gamers, casual and amateur gamers that are not in a competitive infrastructure. Sorry for my English sometimes, in a competitive team, for example, and those players enter Kaiko and they have an artificial intelligence powered coach. This is not a person. It's our algorithm that is analyzing more than 1.5 million games per day, and it's improving and feeding its own knowledge. So it's able to see the mistakes of the players and tell the player, for example, hey, you are destroying just a few towers in the game. You should do this and this and this. It's a custom routine for players, and they train as they are playing. We don't take the gamer outside of the game because they enjoy playing, not training. So we mix those concepts.
Okay, great. And then you talked about, the scalability, to other like very big games. And my question is like, how do you even, first of all, attract these users to get, on your platform? So kind of like, what is your go-to-market strategy? How do you get there?
Yeah, the go-to-market strategy we are following here in Spain is partnering with big teams. For example, we are partnered with the 3 top teams in Spain that are Mad Lions, for example, that belongs to Overactive Media, a company that went public 2 months ago in Canada, Vodafone Giants, and G2 Arctic. They give us their trust, like their trust stamp. No? And we are also partnering with competitions, with tournaments, and with leagues. So in leagues, for example, we are partnered with League of Legends Esport Amateur Series, and there we get 4,000 or 5,000 people in one campaign. For example, we are going to the places where gamers are competing and playing.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
From my side, also because you haven't mentioned it already, unlike Balendon did, have you already looked into your opportunities or possibilities for IP protection when you're talking about the unique algorithm or machine learnings?
Yeah, here in Spain it's complicated protecting an algorithm or code. Here in Spain it's so difficult because it's like code is not, I don't know how to say in English, like can't be registered. But obviously, when our strategy in 2022, we expect being in United States where we want to register our technology and our artificial intelligence because we know it's unique and our competitors will want to have it also. But here in Spain, my bad, it's not, I'm sad, but it's not possible registering the code.
Okay, and my second question is when it comes to looking at the competition, have you, I'm not in that business. I ordered an Xbox actually yesterday, so I might start gaming now. but I know that the market in Asia is huge. Have you also looked from a competition perspective what's going on in Asia? Maybe you have regional competitors there.
Yeah, in terms of level, Asia is the top #1. But it's complicated going there because of the policy and all the papers you have to manage to go there. You have to be partnered with a company of there to enter the region. But we are taking the data from their players because their players are the best in the world, and we have access to data of all players of every country and every corner of the world. So we can say that Spanish gamers are training with data taken from Korean and China players.
Okay, my question was also directed in terms of competitors.
Competitors in Asia, we have Mobalytics and Blitz that were in the slide I have shown. but they are North American companies that have traveled to Asia, we can say. But thanks to partnerships they have made before.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Last question from Laura, maybe.
Yeah, hi there. You were just sort of mentioning obviously how useful the user data is to the business. And I just wondered, how do you make sure that you are complying with data protection obligations in different jurisdictions, because those can vary from country to country?
Yeah, because we don't take personal data from the players. We just take a nickname, and we have an agreement with the publisher, Riot Games, where we have the possibility with a nickname to search of the data of the game, but we have not the name, the age, personal information as the address. When a person registers in Kaiko, he or she just give us the nickname in the game and the email. So we encrypt the data. We have no access to it, and we don't want data as, for example, the address or the age. It's not useful for us right now, so we prefer not taking it. And in that way, we don't have problems with what you said, with the filter, with hacks or maybe spoilers of data.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Awesome. Thank you, Juan.
Thanks.
Good morning, good afternoon to all of you. My name is Benoît Gendron, CEO and founder of Latence Tech. The story all began when I was part of a team that sold a cellular network in a gold mine up north Quebec. And I went into the mine, you see my picture there, and I saw with my own eyes what limitless connectivity can do to an industry. In this case, they were able to teleoperate trucks. They can get data from sensor. They can call their wives and husband at lunchtime. It was a real game changer for them. And I thought that if it can be done for mining, it can be done for also other industries. So again, limitless or seamless connectivity can be a real game changer in industries. So talking about 5G technologies, the benefits are that it has increased bandwidth, it has high reliability. It's the first time that we have such a reliable cellular network. And the real disruption, it has very low latency, below 15 milliseconds, which allows new innovative services that were not possible before. On the other hand, 5G has a bit of a weak customer demand, questions on environmental network, and all, it's an underutilized 5G asset that just screams to get used in other field than personal or consumer, and should be used in the industrial space. So there is a growing interest for using cellular in industries. Many new innovative services require very low latency or high reliability, such as teleoperation of machinery. In the case of mining, I just explained, live surveillance with drone, industrial IoT, connected vehicles and trucks. All these new services require seamless connectivity in very low latency. So the challenge for mobile operators is that they have to sustain different quality of service. They have to explain variations in the connectivity. Sorry. And this is what we do at Latence Tech. So we provide a real-time cloud analytics solution to monitor 4G and 5G quality of service. We have developed software that we install in connected equipment, the robots, and also in the network directly in the antennas, for example. And we stream that data. We perform statistical and AI analysis on it, and we provide different benefits to the mobile operator, such as ability to track and improve the network, predict anomalies in the system and trends, and do an assessment on the price performance, basically the service which was being sold versus a service which been effectively offered. So this is our solution. Our value proposition is that we enable mobile operators to sign contracts with quality of service commitments, such as latency commitments, reliability commitments, and we help them get a price premium on top of their regular cellular service. And we provide them with this cloud analytics software. And all in all, it enables them to increase their customer revenues, support new services, and improve their network. Again, we can help them sell more 4G, 5G, and have a quicker improvement cycle times. Our traction is that we have completed our MVP, and we are in discussion with large operator groups, and we have ongoing traction also with a co-development project with Ericsson and a live ongoing trial. We have estimated the market to be about $2 billion for new 5G tools like the one we are developing. We have some competition, not focused on 5G, but focused on network analytics or service assurance. We differentiate by focusing on 5G in industrial context, having our own software and trade secrets. And we have 1 year of data that we can train our models on, which is quite useful. Our key milestone is to continue product R&D, do customer trials. We're looking for a pre-seed round of 500K, and then we're going to scale the company in 2022. The team is myself, a founder. I have 25 years of experience in the telecom space and in product innovation. I have a CTO, which is PhD in computer science, and a great team of DevOps developers that are helping us. And we are looking now for early adopters for trials. It could be mobile operator, or it could be advanced industrial customers wishing to launch a new service using 5G, or a service needing low latency or high reliability, where we can test our software to assess the quality of service. So 5G is a real industrial game changer. So let's transform industries together. Thank you.
I see you're looking to raise around about 500,000 pre-seed.
Yeah.
What are the key objectives from that? What are you going to do with that funding?
Thank you for the question. The objective is to spend about 3/4 on product R&D to get SaaS or cloud software to an industrial level, a bit more industrialized and secure. So 3/4 on product R&D, and the last quarter on commercialization. I want to set up a reseller network in Europe and Asia for the software, because 5G is happening at the same time all over the world. So it's quite hard to be all over the place as a startup. So a reseller network, and participate in the big events in 2022. There's Mobile World Congress in February in Spain, for example. So the money will be spent also on commercialization.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, Benoit.
Hello, Ben.
I can go next. So I have a question. You didn't mention anything about the revenue model or your business model, so I'm curious to know what that is.
Yeah, that's the slide I skipped for today, but I would be pleased to give you more details if you're interested in our business. But in a very short time, it's a monthly recurring model or annual, sold to mobile operators, directly to them or through resellers. So that's the first revenue. It's going to be complemented by professional services to implement the solution, configure it, and operate it in SaaS. And the last thing, which is very important, is I will gather data from different 5G networks around the world. So I will do benchmarking of that data, a little bit like Speed Test is doing. So I will be the speed test of 5G low latency.
So, for example, like I saw that you're doing trials with like Bell, which is like a big telecom company here in Canada. Like, what is like the dollar value of contract you can have with them, just to get an idea?
It's about 15,000 per month to a much higher level. So that's 15,000 MRR per month for a smaller operator to a higher one. And it's going to be sold by number of collection points in the network.
Collection points. Okay, and then now maybe just follow-up questions. So then, what is, let's say, the market? Like, what's the total market that you can get? Let's say just out of Canada, because there's only a few, telecom companies.
Yeah, for sure. So in Canada, it's going to be in each country. There's 4 or 5 operators, as you may know.
Yeah.
More or less, 2 of them are targeted B2B market. So that's my market. So it's about 400 operators in the world. That's the market. There's also a possibility to sell directly to the industrial customers. So that's more or less the market. Yeah. So it's a $2 billion market, and I think I can sell definitely between 5 and 20 million per year overall.
And maybe my last question for you. So how did you get yourself in front of these sort of telecom companies? You know, why are they trying your technology?
They are interested. They have never sold quality of service using wireless. They have sold it using a fiber or fixed network, and they are interested in this concept. So I'm bringing them a business innovation to their. So it's interesting to them. I also my own network of telecom customers, so I use that network, and I also work with telecom vendors like Ericsson and others to get my product through.
Okay, cool. Merci, Benoit. Thanks.
Merci. You're welcome.
Thank you for the pitch. Very interesting concept. What do you see? What do you think will be the main risks that you are facing in your ongoing business?
Yeah, main risk is that the market is I'm still a bit early in the market, I would say. So 5G use in smart factories and mining and transport is not there yet. We're talking about it. We see advertisement or telemedicine. Somebody's doing a remote surgery. We see that every couple of months in the press, for example, things like that. So the market is a bit early. That's my main risk. So to survive until the market arrives. So I hope it's next year. So that's my main challenge.
Thank you.
You're welcome.